Everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about sets. So let's get started. What do you mean by a set? In Python, a set is a mutable collection of distinct hashable objects similar to list and tuple. That means elements in the set can be inserted, deleted or updated whenever needed. And it is used to store multiple items or multiple values in a single variable, and all the elements should be unique, distinct, and it should be different. And these elements must be immutable. That means a tuple can be present in a set but not a list, because list is mutable. Element that can be changed should not be present in a set. Only immutable elements can be present in a set. And by default, a set removes all the duplicate data because a set can contain only unique elements. It can be modified as it is mutable. And a set is a collection of unordered and unindexed data. Therefore, we cannot access any element directly through its index. So, how to create a set? To create a set, we make use of inbuilt function set along with the round braces or simply curly braces. Don't forget to use set, because if you write only rounded braces, then it becomes a tuple. So where are we using these sets generally? We use sets wherever we need unique values to be stored. For example, student USN should be unique. If there is any duplicate data, then it must be removed. And it is also highly useful where we need to efficiently remove all the duplicate data from the list or tuple. And we can also use it to perform any mathematical operations like unions and intersections. So here are some examples. It is a empty set because there are no elements, and here it is a collection of elements. Here it is a set of numbers or integers. The next one is a collection of both integers and strings. This means a set of different data types can be stored in a set. And this is same as this, because as I said before, we can initialize a set through this curly braces or set function. So both are same. And this set is a valid set because we are using a tuple. And this is invalid set because we are using list. List is mutable, and mutable types are not allowed in set. And next we go through some examples for better understanding of sets. Here is a set called days and initialized with days of a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Now if we want to print days, it displays unordered set. The order which we have given is different from the order which we got as the output. This means a set is unordered type. Therefore, there is no order and we cannot access any element directly through their index. And when we print the type of days, we get it as set. And here we have initialized the set with duplicate values because 2 is repeated, 3 is repeated. But when we print that, we get elements of unique type. That is, all the duplicate elements are removed. This shows a set removes all the duplicate elements by default and stores only unique values. If we want to convert any type to set, then we make use a set function. Here we are converting a string to set, here we are converting tuple to set, and here we are converting a dictionary to set. Here what we have done is day is of type dictionary, and we are converting the dictionary to set by using the set function. So set is also used as a constructor. To make use of constructor, set constructor, we use double round brackets. And as I said earlier, to access elements we cannot directly use index, therefore we can use for loop for the same. For loop is used to traverse all the elements in the set, and this print function will display all the elements in this set. And if we want to check if any element is present or not in the set, we can make use of membership function in Python, that is in function, in or not in. Here BMW in set 1 will return true as BMW is present in set. But here in this case Tata is also present in set, but here we have given capital letter, here we have given small letter. So as it is case sensitive, it returns false because these both values are not same. And next we'll go through some methods in Python. As we know, a set is mutable. There are several methods in set. To add any element to a set, we use of add function or add method. Therefore, this example, when we add potato and when we display vegetable, we get carrot, onion, beans and potato. This clear method is used to remove all the elements and clear the set wholly. Therefore, when we clear, when we get a null set. And copy function is used to simply copy a set. Here we are copying a set vegetable to a new variable called veg. And the next one is difference. Difference is nothing but it is a set that contains the difference between two sets. So if you consider this diagram, this A and B, the difference of A minus B is the resultant of A minus B difference. That is, elements that are there in A but not in B. So that is called as A minus B. This Venn diagram shows that how A minus B is represented. This is an example where vegetable is initialized with carrot, onion and beans. Veg is initialized with potato, pears and carrot. Therefore, vegetable dot difference of veg will give all the elements in vegetable but not in veg. Therefore, it prints only onion and beans. Difference update. Difference update is similar or same as difference, but the only change in difference, we are giving the result to a new variable, but here in difference update we are updating the original set itself. There is no new set generated. Next is discard. Discard removes the specified item from the set. Here we are specifying onion to be removed from the set, so we are discarding onion, and when we print it gives only carrot and beans. Next is intersection. Intersection method returns a set that contains the similarity between two or more sets. So in this Venn diagram, it will clearly represent that the elements that are common in both A and B are represented by A intersection B. So in this example, a vegetable has carrot, onion and beans. Veg has potato, peas and carrot. Therefore, intersection is only carrot. Therefore, only carrot is displayed. Next, intersection update. As said before, it is same as intersection, but the only thing is in update we are updating the original set itself. And is disjoint is used to set A has some elements and set B has some elements, and there is no common or similarity between these two elements. So sorry, in these two sets. Therefore, it is a disjoint set. So it will be. So here is an example: carrot, onion and beans, potato, peas and carrot. If vegetable dot is disjoint of veg, so vegetable and veg, is they both disjoint? No, because carrot is common in both. Is disjoint will return false. Next, is subset. Is subset method returns true if all items in the set exist in the specified set, otherwise it will return false. So in this example, if all the elements in A are also elements in B, then A is called subset of B. In this example, X is ABC, Y is F, E, D, C, B and A. So, are ABC present in Y? Yes, A, B, C are present in Y. Therefore, X is a subset of Y. Therefore, it will print as true. Next, is superset. Here, is superset method returns true if all items in the specified set exist in the original set. Otherwise, it will return false. Here, B is a subset of A, which implies A is a superset of B. So, in the same example as given before, here we saw that X is a subset of Y, which implies Y is a superset of X. Next is pop function. Pop function is used to remove an item randomly from a set. Here is an example which pops out the onion element from the set vegetable. Remove function or remove method removes the specified element from the set. Here we are removing onion, and you can get a doubt that is it same as discard function, because both removes the elements, but there is slight difference. Remove function will raise an error if the specified item does not exist, but discard function will not raise any error if the specified function does not exist. That is the only difference between the two. Here, for example, if I tell remove of tomato, then it will show an exception. It will show an error. But in case of a vegetable dot discard of tomato, it will not show any error. Next is union. Union method returns a set that contains all the items from the original set and all the items from the specified set. That means you can see in this Venn diagram, if I tell A union B, then all the elements that are present in both, that is it can be in A, or it can be in B, or it can be in both. So all the elements, whole set of A and B are displayed, but the thing is only the unique elements are displayed. If they are repeated, the duplicates are removed and the unique values are displayed. In this example, vegetable has carrot, onion and beans, and veg has potato, peas and carrot. So when we give vegetable union veg, then carrot, onion, beans, potato, peas will be displayed. Here we see that carrot is repeated, but only unique values are stored in the set. Update method updates the current set by adding items from another set. That is, if we give vegetable.update of veg, then all these three values are added to the original vegetable set. Therefore, when we give vegetable.update of veg, we get the set as carrot, onion, beans, potato, peas and carrot. But don't forget that carrot is repeated here, but the set will store only the unique values. So the output will be carrot, onion, beans, potato and pears. Next is symmetric difference. Symmetric difference is opposite to intersection. As you can see in this diagram, all the common elements from A and B sets are removed and the uncommon elements are only present in the set. In this example, we can see carrot is common, so carrot is removed and the other elements such as onion, beans, potato and pears are displayed. Next comes the symmetric difference update. It is same as before. It is similar to symmetric difference, but the only thing is the original value is only updated instead of the new set generation. Next we'll go to operators in set. These operators in sets are very simple and easy to understand. The set not only work with built-in commands, but also it will work with some operators. So as I said before, we tell this in and not in operators as membership operators. It is used to check whether a value is present or not. Here we are checking 2 is present or not. So 2 in set 1, this returns true, and 2 not in set 1 will return false. Next is equals operator. Equals operator is used to check equality of two sets. If both are equal, then it will return true, and if the two sets are not equal, set 1 not equal to set 2 will return true, because this set 1 is not equal to this set 2. And to check the elements of set 1 are less than or equal to set 2, then we use set 1 less than equal to operator. Set 1 less than or equal to set 2. And to check elements of set 1 are greater than set 2, then we use greater than operator. And to get union of the two sets, we use OR operator, and to get intersection of two sets we use AND operator. And set of elements in precisely one of S1 or S2. This is same as union operator. Therefore, the output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And difference of S1 and S2 is represented by minus difference. Therefore, the output will be only 3 because 1, 2, 4 and 5 are also present in set 2, but only those elements that are in set 1 but not in set 2 should be displayed. Therefore only 3 is displayed.